Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about Amazon's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power series. As an avid fan of the Lord of the Rings movies from New Line Cinema, I just had to watch The Rings of Power even though there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, and most of the controversy I just don't agree with, and I'm actually really enjoying The Rings of Power. So let's talk about it.
I am death.
So in episode 2, the intro by Howard Shore debuts, and it is, I don't know what I'm looking at. Sand, I guess? It's very artistic though, and when you compare it to other shows, like, let's compare it to Game of Thrones for a second. Now, I haven't seen House of the Dragon, or House of Dragons, or whatever it's called, but the old Game of Thrones, or like, the Game of Thrones, I guess it's just called. That intro was super cool. It showed like the map and a lot of stuff with very cool, I don't know how to describe the music, intense music, and in The Rings of Power is just kind of calm, very calm music. Anyway, this episode was written by Jennifer Hutchinson and directed by J.A. Bayona. But I know that I'm like 4 weeks behind, so that's why I'm gonna be pumping out these videos so fast. The second episode starts off with Galadriel in the middle of the ocean where she jumped out of the boat and she swims to a life raft with humans. Now this reflects the real life situation so well, I think, because the humans don't like elves and they definitely do not like her, and it seems like it just reflects reality right now surrounding the show. And yeah, they're pretty much racists, I would say. And there's just this giant worm. Now I thought this giant worm was gonna be like one of the worms in the Hobbit series. What were they called? Earth Eaters or something like that? Now I'm not sure because this one was in the ocean, so I can't imagine that Earth Eaters can breathe underwater, but this must have been maybe a family to one of them Earth Eaters. I'm not really sure. And then we meet Halbrand, this dude, and then we have humans fleeing from orcs in the Southlands. Halbrand saves Galadriel from drowning, which proves that he is not a racist. No, I mean he kinda let his people die and instead save an elf, but oh well. And then Galadriel and Halbrand saved at the end of the episode by some silhouetted figure. Now that was just the base information. I actually divided it into sections to help me and make it more digestible.
You shall not pass!
Now the first section I have here is Nori and Poppy, hobbits. Now I'm not sure if they're hobbits, but they look like hobbits, and I say they find the Comet Man and help him. Now she believes there's a reason for everything, and she senses that she had a purpose in all of this, and I believe that sometime in the future that everything is gonna come together, and like the characters, but I'm not sure. I thought like Bilbo Baggins was the only or the first hobbit that was going out on an adventure, but I'm not sure. It seems like that was the marketing, that hobbits, they don't really go outside of the Shire at Hobbiton, and obviously this predates Hobbiton and the Shire by like years and years. Nori makes friends with this stranger, offering food, and there's a real sense of mystery about this man or person, because we do not know what he or they are. And I've seen something on the internet that people are speculating that this man could be Sauron. I said that in the first episode that it was Gandalf. Now I believe he appeared, I'm not sure if he appeared in this age or in the next age, but I think this could be still Gandalf, but people are speculating that it is Sauron. Now there are many people who think there are many different Saurons, and we just don't know yet. Now to me it seemed like the stranger was linked to misfortune at first, because Nori's father breaks his leg when the stranger starts chanting, and that seemed a little sus to me. I'm not gonna lie, it did seem a little sus to me. Now the stranger starts whispering to the fireflies. Now I'm not sure what kind of symbolism or whatever the fireflies have. He accidentally kills one. Now Was it an accident? Was it not? We don't know. I believe the stranger was an Istari, because that's what the wizards are, I believe. Istaris or Istari. I'm not really sure how to conjugate it, but yeah, that's what I believe, or believed. Now, I'm still sticking to my gut saying that this is Gandalf, but I have absolutely no clue. And apparently Firefly showed the way to whatever. I'm not really sure where he's going. I don't really think they know where they are going either.
Even the wisest cannot tell, for the mirror shows many things.
Feanor's hammer, we see it. I believe this Feanor's hammer is made the Silmarils, the jewels that contain the light of Valinor. Now I believe that this is the tree that is in Valinor that, you know, stopped shining when Morgoth came. And yeah, the elves had to go to Middle-earth. Oh yeah, it also mentions here that Morgoth stole this Silmarils, so it makes sense. And then to a very important character in the Rise of Sauron, it is actually Celebrimbor, and he has aspirations, and it's not about rings yet. It is of building a tower with a forge so great it will be the best in the land of Middle-earth. And yeah, I'm like he has dreams of creating something really big, and I was like, whoa, the rings? And I was like, nah, not the rings, we are just teasing you, it's just a tower. And to build this monumental tower, you obviously need dwarves, because they are literally the best smiths, I believe, in the entire Middle-earth. Great miners, I believe they called it in the movies now. To seek help from Khazad-dûm and the realms of the dwarves, and obviously in the movies, the New Line cinema movies, Khazad-dûm was a lot more somber than in this one, because in this one it's literally flourishing and many dwarves live there, and there's no Balrog to be seen either. So yeah, definitely good times to be a dwarf in this age. And of course, Durin is the dwarven king, and we know that at some point in time that he is gonna be killed by the Balrog, because the Balrog is literally called Durin's Bane. If that is King Durin or Prince Durin, I'm not really sure, because there's literally a King Durin the third and Prince Durin the fourth, so who he kills of them, I'm not really sure. It's probably gonna be the king, but I'm not really sure. He seems pretty old, so yeah, it seems like he's gonna die during the series, and Prince Durin the fourth is gonna become king. Now it's all just speculation. I have absolutely no clue, just what I'm guessing.
9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else desire power.
Now let's talk a little bit about Khazad-dûm and Elrond's relationship to the dwarves, and especially Durin, or Prince Durin the fourth. And my boy Elrond was turned away when he wanted to see Durin. Now apparently your boy Elrond has not shown up to the Prince Durin's wedding, so he is a little angry about that. But Elrond invoked the right of Sigyn Tarag. Apparently it's a dwarven test of endurance, breaking giant rocks with giant hammers, which is synonymous with dwarves, and if Elrond loses, he will be banished from all dwarven lands. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Elrond, but it looked like he just gave up willingly. Now I'm not sure if he actually did that or if he actually was tired. Yeah, bad blood between Elrond and Prince Durin. Elrond missed Durin's wedding and his 2 children's births. And their names are Geralt and Gamli. But yeah, then we also have a shining orb that I believed at first to be the Arkenstone. Obviously I'm filming these in retrospect now, so I know what it is, but I'm gonna pretend like I don't know what it is. I believed it to be the Arkenstone. Now I'm not sure why, because I believe in the actual Hobbit movie they found the Arkenstone. Now I don't know when the prologue of the Hobbit takes place, if it takes place in the Second Age or late in the Second Age, but yeah, I thought it was the Arkenstone because it was literally shining bright blue, and yeah, it definitely wasn't the Arkenstone. And is it too far-fetched to think that? Because the Arkenstone is synonymous with the dwarves?
Here at last, on the shores of the sea, comes the end of our fellowship.
Now let's talk a little bit about Horton, the village we saw in the first episode that was literally burned down. And there's this giant hole in the ground. It is dug by either orcs or goblins, I speculate. And Arondir, the elf, the black elf that people have so many issues with, the black Latino elf, he follows this giant hole in the ground. And in the meantime, Bronwyn, his like lover type thing, mourns the village, and they are all elf haters. They don't wanna believe her because she is like with this elf, and I don't think they're officially together, but you know, there are rumors, and yeah, they don't really want to listen to her. And there's this tunnel under Bronwyn's house, and a creature crawls out. I call it a creature, it is like an orc or a goblin. I don't know what the differences are between orcs and goblins. I always figured that goblins are more slouched over than orcs, but I think they're interchangeable in the Middle Earth universe. Now, Bronwyn and her son Theo, they aren't like incapable of fighting back, because they actually behead the orc, and they show it to the villagers as proof that hey, there's something seriously wrong here. And I didn't catch this until like way later, and I did mention it in the first episode, is that Theo found a sword, and me as an idiot, I thought like the blade that he found was like the broken blade that cut Sauron's finger off, and I like later that like Sauron hasn't been defeated yet, like obviously it cannot be him, or that the blade that cut him. And like Isildur is literally a child in this series, so obviously it's like that's not it. But I thought it was a Morgul blade, I just didn't mention it. Now I'm not sure if it is a Morgul blade, I'm not sure what a Morgul blade is. And yeah, here I said that Theo found a broken Morgul blade last episode. Didn't mention blade reforges itself with fire and smoke. There's also that the villagers leave for the elves, or like an abandoned elven like watchtower or something like that. Arondir is taken by mysterious hands, never to be seen again. It will be revealed later what actually happened to him. And Galadriel's part not be too interesting in episode 2, I thought. But the stranger is a very intriguing mystery to me, and Elrond's proposition to the dwarf is very interesting as well. I can't wait to see where that goes. And obviously orcs returning is a bad sign, and a sign that something is happening. But yeah, that has been me talking about episode 2, and I know there's like too much to talk about. Like I'm trying to not rush these, but like get them out so I can actually catch up to like episode 5 coming out this Friday. And yeah, this has been Lord of the Rings of Power episode 2. Let's talk, and I will see you later. Goodbye.
The world is changed. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air.